Deltarune Chapter 5, explained 100% accurately and totally not satirically at all.
Crisscross applesauce.
Chris returns, looking a little bit more like Michael Afton, and we get control of our vessel yet again, for another grand adventure. Toriel awakens and demands toast. This confirms Undertale kitchen theory.
This is a good start to the chapter. I'm sure nothing can go wrong.
It turns out we were all way too harsh on Toriel. Salt gets rubbed in Chris's wound, and now we're in the town. There's not much here yet besides Asgore, who is still very much not over the divorce, and he brings up some kind of deal he has with Carol. So we may end up with Police Chief Asgore again.
Yeah.
So now we go to the real reason I boot up every chapter, Castletown. One mandatory merch flex later. Rules card is in charge of the cafe, so I make sure I have all the recruits from chapter 4. Polyamorous hate in Deltarune, we've lost the wokeness. Sham is very pleased with us giving him Gerson's Shadow Crystal and reminds us to go grab the 5th one, as well as confirming Shadow Crystals hold the power of lost dreams. We meet up with the GOAT and Susie.
What's it say?
It says I'm very tall and beautiful.
I fucking love her.
It took 5 chapters, but Susie's finally out of the closet, mostly. So now it's time for our feature presentation.
Outfit to thrash your date's ass. Oh my.
Alright, I'm gonna show all the lesbians how to pull any bitch you want. First of all, sharp, almost blade-like hair in case they challenge you to combat. Silk hat for swagger, try not to think of pilk though. Swag jacket because you are picking up a lame lesbian. You gotta get your self-defense ball stompers, like that's non-negotiable. Then gray sweats, you know why.
Yeah.
And just like that, I'm printing it. Mike, the clothes please. Peek.
I didn't cook with this one. I did not cook with this one.
Cool stuff in all the rooms, of course. But, most importantly, Rousey's room finally has stuff in it, and it's not sad anymore. And here's the clean version, just in case you wanted that. You will take your previous boss scraps, and you will love it. Meta commentary in Mike's room. We get some Tenna lore confirmation about Relevancy Man. I'm nothing but a filthy coward, and I knew I couldn't beat the trashy trio. And with that, we're off to the festival. Yuri is always on some bullshit, because why can two people be so obviously into each other, yet it still comes down to Chris having to guide them around? Now it's time for the Cucking Chris Marathon.
You too.
Holy shit, the hometown butcher just killed Onion. Crizzlers.
You too, right? Bye.
Random Undertale and Deltarune universes connected theory. My dearest Noel, there you are. Let's go. Hello, Captain speaking. Set thrusters to pity date, because I pity anyone on a date with you.
To put together, I may not get an A. I will not associate with a jock who's a snake.
Birdley, you're a great friend, but I don't want to be your pity date. Oh, well, Susan, I suppose today is your lucky day. I'm with Noel. Dumbass. Oh, okay. Quass applesauce. We need them. And every SUV
needs its 4th wheel.
Birdley, me and Susie are kind of on our first maybe date right now, so. Oh, Noel, I give you my project partner's blessing. Anytime you need a wingman, I'll be right here. Thanks, Birdley.
I'm gonna play it by the book.
Unfortunately, I chose Caddy, so I didn't get to hear the best song in the entire game. Asgore and the Soul working together is the best wingmen to ever do it. Just press the A button, you bastard.
What happened to me?
People who put stock in Suzal are eating good tonight. Chris, sadly, is very homophobic and opened a dark fountain to escape the gay. Which takes us to the Dark World, where we immediately meet the greatest to ever do it.
Who is this guy?
This is Flowery, and he wants to fuck your dad. Rousey comes out of the closet.
Oh, hey, Rousey.
This is also the start of the Rousey and Flowery beef. Now all together again, the gang sets off to go find the divorce papers to finalize Toriel and Asgore separating.
Hell.
Rare OG Rousey appearance. And we enter the gardens. Despite
my
not
dad,
playing
huh?
this game since beating Chapter 4, my wear and tear hasn't exactly started showing yet. It will
Ain't
soon. It took 5 chapters in a gay crisis, but now we can equip ribbons on the Susie. Meanwhile, Flowery is about to pull The Last of Us. Super early yellow appearance that completely went over my head. Bullshit puzzle. He says the thing.
Here I come, San Francisco!
What does that mean?
This game can be so odd. First appearance of the GOAT. I turned off voice clips before he added the patch to turn them back on, so I never got to hear his beautiful voice again. The birth of a meme template.
I want it back.
Susie stops us from beating the big bad guy prematurely by not letting us go back into hometown. I spent way too long trying to water all the flowers in this area, all for it to be for nothing. And then the chapter immediately gets 100 times better. Boss time!
Seems like she does.
Okay, one more time?
Doing.
Okay, there we go. We grab the feather, which turns us into a 2D platformer, and I immediately know all of my years of Smash Brothers aerial training will pay off. And I immediately get to prove this by putting absolute belt to
Dude,
ass
Hollow Knight is
on
my
Aqua.
jam, bro. You were
Holy
cooked.
shit, this should have been illegal.
Get out of here.
And our next zone is the mountains. I can only think of 3 important things that happen in the mountains. We get to meet and subsequently beat the brakes off of Seth, a pink shop, and that one bullet hell segment at the end. Seth and Aqua fight. Seth and Aqua lose. Flowery talks some mad shit. Asgore Aura farms, and we end up in prison.
So who's the fucking shadow? I mean, the crystal holder gonna be this tough?
You would never fucking guess. I'm not gonna lie, pacing gets a little bit muddy in the Flower Castle. So yes, you are gonna meet the flowers. And yes, you will be shown all the important stuff that happened. Oh, I am so generous. We've met Aqua already. She's like one of those little ADHD kids that just bounces all over the walls like one of those rubber balls. We'll get to him later. Dear Toby Fox, if you're listening, please never make me fight this enemy again. We've also met Seth already. Seth is kind of like that nerdy anime kid that wears his anime merch out in the school hallways, except whereas Seth would wear the polyester Prince fit, Birdly is an Ahigawa aristocrat. Asgore gets confused by his own lore, and Flowery makes it really gay. Next up is... Green is great, green is the GOAT, green is the best. Next we meet Orange, who is a very large and intimidating... Never mind, she's just a mouse.
This will be good. Damn.
Man, I wish more fights were like this. One dialogue decision later. More confirmation that we are just so fucked for chapter 6 and 7. I love the kind of bullshit shenanigans 2 fourth wall breaking characters can talk about.
Yeah, but they got him.
What does that mean?
I liked him too.
Wait, what do you mean they got him?
He used to share his...
Vague lore and Chris Lander, my favorite. And... genuine aura farmer right here. After many diversions, it's finally time to meet the next flower. Meet Yellow and ignore the corrupted footage. Remember when everyone thought the secret boss of chapter 5 was going to be a cowboy because Toby made this tweet? Yeah, the only cowboy we got was just Yellow. But he's actually pretty cool. He's just a polite cowboy who's a little bit suicidal. But he did give us one of the best memes of this entire series. One death ray later, and we get to meet Blue. 3 things to know about Blue. They serve cunt, they're basically the eldest brother of the entire flower group, and they have a relationship with Yellow, which becomes a problem when... This immediately leads to the fun gang getting caught. This then leads to an Ace Attorney style segment where we have to defend Des from grooming allegations, based off of this one dialogue box. Seriously, this is such a fucking stupid theory. Who started this? After the fun gang proves the allegations were fake, we're given another dialogue option, and my totally unbiased self decides to go for Alze. And through a series of clever dialogue options, I force my evil gay agenda, until Susie fucking ruins it. But now, we're able to grow and ascend the giant beanstalk and enter the final phase of the game, with only 2 things left to do. All we need to do is get that last shadow crystal, and then beat the fucking chapter. So let's start with that shadow crystal, shall we? Go to the shop in the mountains with 10 pink coins and buy the mystery key. Remember the spot when Rouse confirms they've been holding back? Go left to enter this optional parkour section, fall down over here, beat this even harder parkour section, you'll arrive at the big pink doorway. Now it's time to finally face the Shadow Crystal boss, right behind that door.
It's me, the secret boss of Deltarune Chapter 5, W.D. Trump. I only came to LARP with the knight, but the big E-Man gave me the shadow files.
No, I'm kidding. It's just the creature from Undertale. Okay, here's the deal. I'll give you a quick death compilation now, but if you want to see more pink, I have 2 videos to exclusively do just that. Alright, here we go.
Over! Well, nothing would change, but I'd still die. Yeah. Okay. They're bombs! They're bombs! Where are they? Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, well.
Eventually, the fun gang helps the local trans girl get her estrogen. The incident that dragged out all the Twitter gooners. Now, the only thing left to do to save Asgore is to make Flowery go through twink death. So after a long fight filled with many Gironas, some bullshit, and of course, a musical blessing so beautiful, it's like losing your virginity in your ears. Chris beats Flowery in the final clash. Asgore, king of vague lore and theories, of course, drops more vague dialogue for us. Say goodbye to all the goats throughout the chapter. A fake fountain and a goat napping later. Sadly, not even the goat Flowery himself can stand a chance to the cutscene night. After Rouse conveniently misses 2 healing spells, the goat dies right before our eyes. 1 more fountain sealed later. And it took 5 chapters, but we have the shelter code. So we walk Susie home and get some direction that Noelle will be joining the party for chapter 6. And 1 pink boss fight patch and friend lore update later. That's Deltarune Chapter 5. Chapter 6 is going to be absolutely amazing. But until Chapter 6 is out, I will be working on other Deltarune videos and streaming my full 100% everything playthrough over on Twitch, so I hope you'll watch over there. And until the next video, I'll see you around.